Hi everyone, and welcome to Jenna's Tiny Tales. Are you ready to climb a tall tower? Today's adventure is Rapunzel.
Once upon a time, a man and a woman had long wished for a child. At last, the woman had hoped their wish would be granted. From a little window in their house, they could see a beautiful garden filled with flowers and herbs. It was surrounded by a high wall, and no one dared enter because it belonged to Bella, a witch with great power feared by everyone. One day, the woman stood by the window and saw a bed planted with the freshest, greenest Rapunzel. She felt such a longing to eat it that her craving grew daily. Knowing she couldn't have it, she became pale and miserable. Seeing this, her husband worried and asked, "What troubles you, dear wife?" "Oh," she replied, "if I don't get Rampion from the garden behind our house, I shall surely die." The husband, who loved her dearly, thought, "I cannot let my wife die. Whatever it costs, I'll get her some Rapunzel." As evening fell, he climbed the garden wall, quickly picked a handful of Rapunzel, and brought it to his wife. She eagerly made it into a salad and ate it all. It tasted so delicious that the next day she craved 3 times as much. To find peace, the man had to enter the garden again. But as he climbed down the wall, he was terribly frightened to see Bella, the witch. "How dare you," she said angrily, "climb into my garden and steal my Rapunzel like a thief? You will suffer for this." "Please," he begged, "have mercy. I did this only out of great need. My wife saw your Rapunzel and was overcome by such desire she would have died if she hadn't eaten some." Bella's anger softened. "If that's true," she said, "you may take as much Rampion as you wish. But I have one condition. You must give me the child your wife will bring into the world. It will be well cared for, and I'll treat it as my own." In his fear, the man agreed. When the child was born, Bella appeared immediately, named her Rapunzel, and took her away. Rapunzel grew to be the most beautiful child under the sun. When she was 18, Bella shut her in a tower in a forest. The tower had no stairs or door, only a small window at the top. When Bella wished to enter, she stood below and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel had long, magnificent hair, fine as spun gold. Hearing Bella, she would loosen her braids, wrap them on a window hook, and her hair would cascade 20 yards down, allowing Bella to climb. A few years later, the king's son rode through the forest and passed the tower. He heard such lovely singing, he stopped to listen. It was Rapunzel, passing her lonely hours by singing. The prince searched for a door, but found none. He rode home, but her singing touched his heart so deeply, he returned every day to listen. One day, hiding behind a tree, he saw Bella approach and heard her call, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel lowered her braids and Bella climbed up. "If that's the latter," thought the prince, "I must try my luck." The next evening, as darkness fell, he approached the tower and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." The hair fell, and he climbed up. Rapunzel was frightened, having never seen a man. But the prince spoke gently, telling her how deeply her singing had touched him, and Rapunzel lost her fear. When he asked her to marry him, seeing he was young and kind, she thought, "He'll love me better than old Bella," and said, "Yes," placing her hand in his. "I will gladly go with you," she said, "but I don't know how to get down. Each time you visit, bring a skein of silk. I will weave a ladder, and when it's ready, I'll climb down, and you can carry me away on your horse." They agreed he would visit every evening as Bella came by day. Bella knew nothing until Rapunzel foolishly said one day, "Tell me, Bella, why are you so much heavier to pull up than the young prince who arrives in moments?" "Oh, Rapunzel," cried Bella, angry and disappointed. "I tried to keep you safe, but you haven't listened." In her anger, Bella took scissors and cut Rapunzel's long, beautiful hair, letting the golden strands fall. Then she led Rapunzel far away to a quiet place deep in the wilderness so the prince couldn't find her. That evening, Bella fastened the cut braids to the window hook. When the prince arrived and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," Bella let the hair down. The prince climbed up but found Bella glaring at him with angry eyes. "Aha," she sneered. "You came for your darling, but the beautiful bird no longer sings in the nest. The cat has taken her, and you'll never find Rapunzel now." Filled with sadness, the prince left the tower and was lost in a thick forest. He wandered for a long time, eating berries and hoping to one day see Rapunzel again. Eventually, he stumbled upon the wilderness where Rapunzel lived. Hearing a familiar voice, he moved closer. Rapunzel recognized him, threw her arms around his neck, and wept. Overjoyed, he led her back to his kingdom. They were welcomed with happiness and lived happily together for a long, long time.
Thanks for watching Enna's Tiny Tales Stories. If you had fun with us today, please show your support and subscribe so we can bring you many more tales to come. See you in the next story.